Sitting around the ballroom, they're talking about tomorrow when they're taking Johnny away. Said he wasn't no good, never done the things that he should. That's all the judge had to say. He went in the army when he was 18. Crazy young Irish and me.
All right. We're back.
Brennan, how you been, bud?
Good. Fucking 35 years, buddy. Old.
Here we are. Here to talk about it.
Here to talk about fucking birthdays.
Yeah, man.
So, saw you yesterday. We had a
Yeah.
beer on your birthday. Well, we had 4 beers.
We had
We had
multiple-
4 or
we
5
had
beers on
multiple
your
beers.
birthday. Bald Irish American does what it always does. Awesome. Like, I love going to a bar when it's like very light out and like it's kind of.
Is it not like a Cheers, like kind of?
100%.
Everyone's
Everybody knows
talking-
each
Yeah,
other.
fucking it's
We're all
great.
sitting in a circle.
Yeah.
I mean, you could be in here, like on a Saturday night, like in my bar. It's like
Yeah.
everybody knows who everybody is. Guys were awesome. Met a couple guys that listen to the show
Yep.
a lot.
Yep.
And we had a bunch of beers.
Sure did.
And yeah, it was fucking awesome. It's hard to get out of there.
It's you
Because
you
people
can
just stop
see
buying
how
rounds.
you can see how you can just get swarmed.
Oh, dude,
you can
I
get
was-
wrapped up in that black hole quick.
My mind started going like around like, as I was drinking my 4th beer, I'm like, all right, how am I getting out of this situation? Because I could easily stay here forever. Like, you know
It
what I mean?
happens
And
a
we
lot.
had we had gone out on Friday night. We took out my buddy who passed away last year. We took his wife out for dinner at Kowloon.
Yep.
Fucking love the Kowloon, by the way. Still throwing fastball all night.
Dude, I don't know why they get such a bad rap.
Dude, the food is fucking
It's
awesome.
fine. Yeah, it's so
We
good.
Crushing Mai Tais. I was absolutely crushed. Came back here till 3 in the morning. Like I told Diaz, but one of my girlfriends who I grew up with, she was a fucking mess. And she's like, I gotta walk home. I'm like, I'll walk you fucking home.
Right.
Now, in my mind, she lives like
Down the street.
10 minutes away.
Yeah.
It's about 25 minutes. When you're shit faced and you're in flip flops.
Yeah.
That's a fucking like
a
Shackleton.
haul.
That's a Shackleton-esque trek across like the Antarctica.
That's a Forrest Gump. I think I'll go home now type of walk.
Exactly. So, anyways, I was crushed. Woke up around 10, met you. But, like, I really didn't have to be home because Maggie was like, she was absolutely. Maggie can't do 2 nights in a row. So she was, like, just
Right.
laying in bed, like, incapacitated.
Noodled. Yeah.
Noodled. But had a few with you on your birthday. And then I kind of just chilled out the rest of the day. I
Yeah.
didn't really do anything. I sat in here by myself last night watching Treme. The guys who do The Wire. Treme.
Yeah.
It's like one of my favorite shows. Doing a rewatch on that. And then today, dude, I was fucking ideal. Like, I didn't. I just said this to you off the air, but last weekend before sports and school starts and shit,
Right.
I watched Breaking Bad with my son all day
It's the best.
and just didn't feel bad about it. Didn't do a fucking thing that I was supposed to do. Just fucking did that. It was great.
It's beautiful.
Not that I really had anything to do, but
No,
could have done some work on the lawn. Could have done some shit, you know?
Sometimes you just need an off day, pal. That's what I did today. Yesterday, after I had left you, well, you had left me first, but I told you what I was supposed to do. I was supposed to have like the hibachi come to
Yep.
the mother-in-law's house, and they never came.
They never show up.
Never showed up.
Not once.
So we got in touch with them, and we're like, we have a reservation email,
Yep.
and you guys are not here. And they're like, we don't have it on our end. And I'm like, well, someone sent it.
So they had a reservation, but they didn't. They said they didn't have it on their end.
They did yeah, right. There was no date on their end. So thankfully we didn't have to like throw money down as like a deposit.
Yep.
But I kind of just put like I very rarely do I want like if we put it this way, if someone's like, hey, do you want Chinese food? I'm like, yeah, whatever. But I was fucking looking
No, I
forward
do.
to
When you're
this.
looking forward to something that doesn't
You know what
have
I mean?
it, sucks.
And then I'm like, I can't wait to just like have sake being thrown down my gullet.
yeah.
it just didn't
Guy did the
happen.
onion trick,
Right.
the whole thing.
The
yeah.
whole nine. This
Yeah.
shit I've seen 100 times.
Yes.
But like now it's in the backyard. I just wanted to fucking do it. Just didn't happen. So it's turned into like your average little backyard barbecue, which fine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The plan was to like go into Boston last night. And I was just like, it like kind of deflated me. So I was
Yeah.
like, fuck it.
Yeah.
So home by 10, similar to what you did today. I woke up. We had this big fucking plan to clean out like the closets.
Yep.
And I was all on board. And then I went downstairs and I realized I was useless. So I was like, give me the baby.
Yeah.
If you guys, because the kids were involved, like, you guys aren't doing shit today. We're all
Sure.
doing this. and it was just a clusterfuck. It was
Yeah.
everyone on top of each other. I said, "Give me the baby." I said, "I'll go upstairs," and it worked out great because the baby usually fucking screams around me for
Yeah.
whatever reason, and she was all right. We
Yeah.
just watched Ballers together forever.
Nice.
We watched like fucking 2 seasons all day.
That's great.
Yeah. And then what I love about shows like that, half-hour episodes.
Oh, I love
you can
that.
fly right through
Dude,
it.
in time, just you're like in a time warp.
Right.
It's awesome.
And I've watched Ballers, I don't know. I don't think I've ever got this far because I've always started it from the beginning and get to like season 3, but I'm on season 5 now and it's just a great show. It's
Nice.
right up my alley.
I love half-hour programming. They
you
don't
ever
do
seen
enough
it?
of it.
You
No,
ever
I have not.
You have HBO Max?
Yeah.
Watch it.
All right.
It's awesome.
Yeah,
The
I'm on
Rock's
it.
in it.
Okay.
And it's like, I don't know.
Oh wait, no, I've seen Ballers. I've seen everything.
It's fucking
I totally
awesome.
forgot, dude. You know what's funny? It's a forgettable show in a way. It's like a popcorn show. You know what I mean? I loved it though. I tuned in every week, dude. I watched the whole thing.
It's fucking great.
Yeah.
I'm a big Ricky Jarrett fan. But yeah, so that's what I did today, and now we're here and shooting the shit. 35
right.
years older.
That's right. Speaking of getting older, celebrating things, October 28th,
Oh, baby.
Friday night, pulling the cork. We're going to be having our party at the Malton Irish American, 177 West Street, catered by Lily Pease. LilyPeaseChicken.com. They have a fucking beer garden starting now.
Yes,
outside.
I saw the
rotating taps.
Saw the ad.
Yeah, going to be unbelievable. I got to head over there and check it out. I'm going to get with Chris this week, work on our menu for that night.
We sound like we're fancy.
Yeah, you know what? The only thing I can't figure out is because I made the event through. I got to figure out how to invite people to our event. So, anyways, I got to do that. We'll figure out how to invite people. But if you go on our page, Facebook page, look under the event tab. There's the event. I put it there so you can say you're going or whatever.
Right.
If you're not going, you are a fraudulent person and you have.
You will
problems.
be fraud number 1. Come that upcoming episode
If
afterwards.
you are not there and your mother's not dead.
and I
on
and I
Monday.
had sent you. Now I know you're gonna roll right into an ad for Lily Pease, but I had sent you a text Thursday night, and it was interpreted the wrong way. And
Yeah.
and I said something along the lines of I'm gonna put this party in a body bag.
No, you said this party is body bagged, and I
Yeah.
thought that meant it's dead.
Yeah, no.
Well, they double booked the night or something.
No, we. I am part of a group costume party,
Yeah.
and we are going to murder it.
Yep, I love it.
So I'm looking forward to it. I hope people are as excited as I am. I love dressing up for no fucking reason. For,
I
for
love it.
Halloween, it makes it
love
that
it.
much better.
I love it. So, anyways, LilyPeaceChicken.com. Go over there, see Chris, see Jill, eat their food. The food's fucking amazing. They're the best chicken sandwich around.
Drink that beer.
I'm just gonna tell you this. I don't think I mentioned it the other night. Dave's Hot Chicken, Woburn.
yeah.
Whatever national chain. I think we talked about that.
Yeah.
One of my buddy's kids and a few other kids might have got sick there. I'm not saying it's from there. I'm saying they went to eat there and afterwards they got
Does
sick.
Dave love salmonella?
I don't know. That's what I'm asking. Maybe they have the kinks worked out. I'll tell you who has the fucking kinks worked out. Chris Parsons at Lily Pease Chicken. They have it fucking worked the fuck out. So
And we've talked about how beautiful it is in there. It's a Taj Mahal restaurant.
Yeah.
It's fucking gorgeous.
it's unbelievable. Now,
You can eat off the floor.
in a worst case scenario, if they were to have a problem with their pipes, what would they do?
Well, they would have to call American Safety Sprinkler.
Fucking
And
right.
American Safety Sprinkler is a licensed and insured family-owned contractor by my guy, Mike Brandano. His team takes pride in maintaining exceptional cleanliness, courteous, professional work standards throughout their projects. Excellent standing with their customers. Employees are skilled, hardworking, friendly professionals. I know them all. I used to be one. They love what they do. They strive for the ever-increasing customer satisfaction. Mission is to determine and implement the right installation of service solution for each and every one of their customers. Strive to provide fast and friendly services with the highest level of craftsmanship, safety, and quality available. Mike wanted me to let you know that if you call or go on their website, AmericanSafetySprinkler.com, that's probably the easiest way to get in touch with them. There's a little comment section. If you drop my name, Brendan's name, Pulling the Cork, it's 10% off all services. Give them a
Nice.
shout, 781-322-0500.
Love it. And we have some other ads. We'll sprinkle those in as we go through the podcast tonight.
Sweet.
So don't roll over you. You know what I mean? You get a little fucking tired of hearing it. Which you shouldn't because they're all fucking great companies. And if
fucking
you
great
support us, support them. That helps us grow and helps them get their money's worth out of us. All right. Just some off-subject stuff. We're going to talk about birthdays today because it was your birthday.
It's my birthday weekend.
It's your birthday weekend. Here we go. Yeah, it's on the fraud list of birthday people. A couple things I want to talk about before we get into it.
Sure.
I had this thought the other day when I was So driving up to my office in Wakefield. So driving Melrose to Wakefield, which, by the way, that is like a Shackleton-esque fucking trip. It's like, that's hell. Like that drive, there's always somebody old who's driving 20 miles an hour.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
only one way to get up to Main Street in Wakefield. That's Main Street, Melrose. It
Right.
sucks. There was a fucking...
Too many lights.
There was a 9.5 girl. Not a girl, like a woman. Like, so not talking about like a 24-year-old girl. Talking about like a 33 to 38-year-old girl standing at the bus stop waiting for the bus.
Yeah.
Grabs my attention immediately because I'm like, hot people don't wait for the bus. Like hot women especially don't wait for the bus.
Was it a guy?
No, it was a woman. It was definitely a woman. She was smoke. If it was a guy, best fucking looking guy girl ever in the world. But I'll say this: if you see a woman who's like a 9.5, that age taking the bus, she's fucking crazy. Because that means nobody's gonna give her a ride.
Correct.
She has ruined multiple men's fucking lives.
Yeah, she's got some serious issues.
Yeah. And she's gonna ruin like 20 more guys' lives. Because
Yeah.
guys are dumb.
She's definitely now. Like, whereabout was it? Like near the hospital?
No.
I was
It
gonna
was
say,
not.
like,
It was not. This is the
Psych
other thing.
patient. That was my first.
No, this is
thought.
the other thing. It was not like a. I got a good eye for this. It was not. There was no strung out vibe going on there. I mean, there's a world in which her car died that morning and she had to get to work. I'm sure. But I'm just saying in general. Like, let's put it this way. It sucks enough to take the train.
Right.
No, I mean you can't take it. Right
can't.
now. But it
That
sucks
was
enough to
the-
take the train. To take the bus to the train.
Yeah.
That's like. That is.
Blows.
That is some fucking shit. Fucking shit, dude.
Blows, dude.
Being on the bus sucks, dude. It's
Worst.
fucking the
Worst.
fucking worst.
When Brendan was like months old, we didn't have a car, and at the time we lived. I shouldn't say that. I had a car, but it was occupied all the fucking time.
Yeah.
And there was times me and Christy would have to take the bus and train, and at the
Yeah.
time we lived in Chelsea.
Yeah.
The 111 bus. Let me tell you about the 111 bus. I would rather do a tour in Lebanon with no weapons for 30 days than take the 111 again. It is a fucking war zone. They don't care that you have a stroller. They don't care. They don't care about anything. They pack them all in like sardines, and it goes over the Tobin because you get dropped off at Haymarket.
Yeah.
It is the worst like 9-minute ride of your life.
Yeah.
It is fucking torturous. So, I mean, from that point on, I was like, I am never doing this again.
Yeah.
You know? And now the MBT is just totally an abomination.
Oh,
I can only imagine how it is.
I can't even imagine.
No,
It's
all
gonna be
set.
fucking horrible. Yeah. So if you're taking the bus, if you see a hot girl taking the bus and she gives you like, she tries to act like she's gonna give you the business, my advice is to not, because I think she'll probably just ruin your life. That's definitely gonna happen.
Right.
Also, just a note, I saw when we were at this is like the worst thing about today's day and age. Like we were at the Malden Irish American, really enjoying ourselves. I'm getting no text from anybody at home. All of a sudden, I get a text from my wife. Addie needs the Disney Plus login. We got logged out of the Disney Plus. I mean, I got a better chance of solving a fucking algorithm from Albert Einstein right there and then than I do of knowing the fucking which password goes to the fucking which email
Yeah.
goes to that thing. I was so stressed out.
Right.
I was like driving home, like, how the fuck? This is gonna take fucking forever to
you
figure this
find
out.
it?
Yeah, I figured it out. But it's always, dude. It happens once a week.
Yeah.
What's the Netflix login? What's the fucking?
How does that happen? Is it just because like the Wi-Fi goes down for?
Yeah, I think the Wi-Fi kicks out or something like that, or she.
the worst and best thing that ever happened to me is like now the iPhone will like face recognition your password, so I don't remember anything anymore. So like
Yeah.
when they're like, we suggest this one and it's 35 numbers and letters.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, fuck it, it's just my face.
Yep.
One time my face wasn't recognizable. I don't know if I was hungover. I didn't shave close enough to my face.
I got a buddy who gets so drunk that he can't.
And I'm
open
like,
his
what
phone.
the fuck? And it was like, it was something stupid. I think it was like to like look at my bank account.
Yeah.
And it just drove me nuts. I was like, I know I have money in there. I was like, but this is just fucking asinine. I was like, why can't I just get into my own shit? And it just drove me crazy. So I hope that never happens to me because I don't remember one fucking password from like Netflix, Disney, none of that. Amazon TV, none of it.
Also, I was watching the news too because I was watching it with the tea thing, and then some dude up. First of all, there are only I've talked about this. There's only a couple restaurants that we can go to as a family because my daughters have celiac. So one of those is Burton's. It's a great restaurant. Fucking get a remortgage house to go there basically with 5 people. The other one is 110 Grill, another marginal ass fucking restaurant, overpriced. It's fine. There's not one thing on the menu I ever look at and I'm like, I can't wait to get it. That tells you everything you need to know.
Right. They do have a fire.
So I already have a hair across my ass.
They have a fire chicken pesto meal. That's pretty
Do they?
good. Yeah.
I'll try that next time.
I love pesto. So
I love pesto too.
Yeah, so you'd like it.
Some guy up in New Hampshire, like this crew of people ran across the road, like jaywalked and maybe went in front of his car. And he drove in there and they were trying to go to 110 Grill to eat, which already, I'm not happy if I'm going to 110 Grill.
Right.
And I had to jaywalk and cut this guy off. He came at them and he sprayed them all with bear spray. Fuck, dude, bear spray he says 3 times more intense than pepper spray, than mace, right? And he just, look, you can stop a fucking bear with this shit.
Yeah.
He just fucking lights up like the thought of like 2 couples with their fucking nice polo shirts on, just getting lit up by some hick from fucking New Hampshire with bear
Jesus
spray.
Christ. How far up? In
There
New
was a
Hampshire
great
this?
picture of the guy too. Like, yeah, like that guy shoots people in the face with bear spray. That's the guy.
How far?
It wasn't like, I mean, it was in like Nashua or something. It was like,
Oh, it wasn't
yeah.
in that it
No,
wasn't
it
in
wasn't
that-
like the sticks. We didn't have 110 Grill in the sticks. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's right. That's right.
But like, I think it was funny because they're like, oh, this is the guy. I can't remember his name, but they show his picture. I'm like, that guy. That's a guy who's gonna shoot you with bear spray.
Yeah,
Don't cut that guy off.
If he was in part of a lineup, he'd be like him. That was
Yeah,
him.
you're lucky he didn't come at you with a shotgun. You know what I mean? Which probably would have been better for you in the short term because
Yeah,
you'd
but
be dead.
you're not going to get a better headline in the news than that. You see
Unbelievable.
shotgun people all the time. You don't see bear spray people.
No, you don't. All right, let's talk about birthdays.
Let's do it.
Let's start with people who are kind of frauds about their birthdays.
I mean, that's the new era nowadays.
All right, people who celebrate their birthdays for a fucking week.
Yeah.
I know people like this.
Yeah.
They are in my life, and it's like we're going out tonight for my birthday, and then I'm going out with my family for my birthday,
Friends.
and then
for
we're
my
doing a
birthday.
party over at my cousin's. It's like, dude,
Enough.
are you P. Diddy? Like, who cares about your fucking birthday, first of all?
It's
It's another day.
It's narcissistic for one.
Completely narcissistic.
No one gives a fuck that much about my birthday, which I'm fine with.
Now, here's why I like birthdays. Birthdays and Father's Days are the only days you kind of can't get in trouble as a guy.
Right.
And even if you're in trouble, they give you like a hall pass that day of being in trouble. They're like, all right, you know what?
It was your birthday.
It was your birthday.
Yep.
Like me and Maggie got in a fight one time, like the night before Father's Day. We don't get in fights a lot. It was not a great one.
Yeah.
And like she gave me a hall pass, and then she hated me for like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Like that's fine. You know what I mean? Like that day should be yours. That
Yeah.
sacred day,
Sure.
whatever. Your birthday, that day.
I agree.
I've never been a huge birthday person, mostly because my birthday is February 20th. Shout out to Charles Barkley, also has that birthday. Another legend like myself. It's a shitty. It falls during the vacation
I
week.
share a birthday with Fred Durst and and Demi Lovato.
What a legend!
Yeah.
Fred Durst.
I had
He did it off with the nookie.
dude. Not only he fucking ran Woodstock to the fucking ground.
Yeah, he did.
But real quick, I don't want to cut you
Yeah,
off.
no,
I always
no.
do that. But my whole life, I saw an article that Ted Williams' birthday was August 20th, which is my birthday,
Yeah.
and it's not. So I was like, yeah, I share a birthday with Ted Williams. His birthday, I think, is the 18th. I don't know what fucking article, but I know I seen it. And I was like, me and Ted Williams, same person. I don't know. And
I think I would just stick with it.
obviously, we're not the same.
Not that many people know Ted Williams' birthday. I would stick with that.
Right, that's
So,
what I'm saying.
Just
So
go. I would just
at
go with
35,
that.
I'm still talking about it.
Yeah,
It's
I-
fucking bothers me.
I would go with it.
And he's frozen. He can be whatever birthday he wants right now, right? Is he still frozen? Is that
Yeah, his head's frozen. I
Oh, his
think.
head frozen. Yeah, yeah.
So, also, we grew up in a time, or I grew up in a time, I should say, and I know that you probably grew up. I don't think, my guess is you weren't having huge fucking blow up birthday parties that like jump on in.
Correct.
Okay. My birthday was always during the vacation week. We never went away anywhere for vacation, winter vacation.
Yeah.
The best my birthdays got. Now, this is not like, I'm not saying my parents didn't do anything for me. It was just a different time. You didn't throw fucking bash birthday parties at some like fucking video game place or have a video game truck come to your house. Like my buddies from basketball would come over because they were the only guys who were home because everybody else went skiing or whatever.
Right.
We had practice. We'd watch the All-Star game. And like then we'd go down, it'd be freezing cold out, we'd go down and play basketball. Like outside in February.
Beautiful.
It's a great birthday in my mind. And that's a fine birthday.
Yeah.
Nowadays, dude, kids are having birthdays like
It's
It's-
insane. And the other thing I'll say about birthdays, right? So how old were you when you were doing that?
that was like 6th, 7th grade.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I am not, and I know this is going to sound like, wow, that's a real dickhead thing to say. I am not a fan of like 1-year-old birthdays.
I hate them.
It's fucking asinine.
It's dumb.
So dumb.
Yeah.
I think like if you want to have, and for the most part, I'm not going to win every battle.
Yeah.
Right. So we've had there's a small hall in the IA. It's very
Yep.
small, holds like 50 people.
Yep.
I've done like that with like our immediate family just because I didn't want to clean up shit in my house.
Yeah, I do. Which,
And
by the
I-
way, is worth it.
And I have like a lot of little niece and nephews on her side.
Sure.
So I was like, I don't want them at the house. We should do it here. But it was small. It sounds bad because it's like in a hall, but we didn't. I got like the minimal balloons, the fucking 1-tier cake. You know what I mean? Very low key for the most
Yep.
part. I think a 50-year-old birthday could be a good one. A 10-year-old, a 15 or a 16, and 21.
21.
After that, 50, 70, 100.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
shit
yeah,
like that.
I agree with you.
I don't need you to tell me that you know, like I'm 35. I would have loved last night to go into Boston I didn't give a fuck who came.
Yeah.
But I wasn't going to you weren't going to see me with fucking bottle girls and you know, champagne bottles on fire. That ain't my style no more.
No.
When I was 21, if that was still a thing, maybe. But when I was 21, I was totally fine with going to like my local dive bar, which I did do, and I crawled home drooling.
Oh,
drunk.
100%. That's a good birthday to me.
Right. Nowadays, every single year, someone's putting their fucking Cash App on fucking Facebook, begging for money.
I don't even believe this happens.
Begging for money. Hey, it's my birthday week. Cash App me. And if you're remotely an attractive woman, you get it.
That is fascinating.
If
to me.
I did that, I would hope every single person on Facebook like, you fucking idiot, lose a fucking clown shoe. You know?
I
But it
even know-
happens.
I can't believe people do that.
It happens. Now, what I will do is, I was not the most recent wedding I was at, but the one that was the Spadafora wedding.
Yeah.
They were down in Nashville,
Okay.
and they were like, Cash App the bride. So I sent them $100.
Yeah.
And I was like, get a fucking round on me. I
Yeah.
know them all.
Yeah.
Have a good time. I think that's normal, but it's not your birthday. The
Yeah.
birthday Cash App shit drives me. And it wasn't her. It was her maid of honor that did it.
Yeah.
So she was like, hey, make sure she drinks for free. I'm cool with that.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's
Yeah.
fine. The birthday shit, when you're giving your own fucking Cash App,
That is
you're homeless.
unconscionable.
You're
That is-
homeless.
That is
You are
that
homeless.
is some trash shit
Yeah,
right there.
you
man.
are outside of a library begging for dollar bills.
I don't even know. That is fascinating to me. That happens.
Next time I see it, I'm going to screenshot
Oh, yeah,
and send it.
you
'Cause
have to.
Listen, half of the people on here, you know, whatever the demographic is, a lot of the people on here, friends of mine, they don't know you and vice versa. Everyone who's a friend of mine has seen it on social media. Everyone. It's terrible.
Yeah,
Cash at me $20.
it's insane. That's fucking
Blow dick
bananas.
and chew bubble gum.
Can you do me a favor and get me a high noon?
Yeah. I
Um,
think the only ones left in here are pineapple.
that's fine. What I did, there's half grapefruit in there. It doesn't matter though. I'll take either one.
Oh, wait.
There's a bunch of them.
I didn't see these. I'll give you.
You know who's big on birthdays? Like, and now, and like I said, female listenership of this show is strong.
Right.
Fucking love the ladies.
Yeah. I just went down there. I didn't get myself.
Single women who are getting older,
Who or what?
who are getting older in their years,
Yeah.
they wow out for their birthday.
Oh, yeah.
They go fucking bananas for
Yeah.
their birthday. And I don't
They
blame
take
them.
pictures in
They
front of
take
Encore,
pictures.
right across from Minicello
Yeah,
scrap
they're,
metal.
They're in front of like a fucking like a flower display that's made out to still look like a fucking Asian mouse. And they're like great night with my girls,
Yeah.
best girls in the world.
Only started from the bottom. Now I'm here.
Yeah, yes.
Nice inspirational quote.
Yeah, wings of an angel. I fly on these, whatever. But like, and I don't blame them. If you like, now, I just hate when people was their birthday. Right, this is my biggest. When I see this, and I saw it recently, it makes me want to reach through the fucking. I don't know why. Really grinds my gears. It makes me want to fucking reach through the computer and kill the person. When it's like 35 trips around the sun.
Oh,
Glad to still. It's like, dude, really? That's what you got for me?
the original.
35 trips around. Nobody gives a fuck. First of all. Second of all, we've all heard this before. Third of all, everybody knows it was your birthday. We saw the messages all day
Yeah.
on your fucking page.
I would.
Happy birthday.
What I would do, and I tried to look for it yesterday because like the past at least 4 years, I think I started it when I turned 30. I would find an athlete with a number, and I would just throw the GIF out.
Oh, I
So
like that.
yesterday I was
Yeah.
looking. Yesterday I was looking for Reggie Lewis.
Okay. Yeah.
Couldn't
yeah.
find it.
Yeah.
The
Really?
best, I couldn't find a one of Red Julesh. It's
weird.
fucking terrible. But my favorite one when I was 33, I did Bird, and it was from the 3-point contest. And he
it's the
threw it
best.
up and he walks
He just
away.
walks. It's the best.
Best gift ever.
That's fucking the best. Yeah, I think you know what I do. I will say this. This is a little fucking inside baseball. If you're getting happy birthdays from me on Facebook. Now I shouldn't say this, but like if it's somebody that I'm really, really like I'm really tight with them. Usually, I don't even know if I wrote on your page. Actually, I don't think I did. I? Happy birthday, whatever. Like I was gonna
You
see
literally,
it.
I actually remember what you said. You said, "Let's fucking go, happy birthday."
All right. Well, that's what I'm gonna say is if I just write happy birthday, we're casual. Because like I usually if like it's somebody I really like, I'll just
HBD?
think like my buddy. Like it was my buddy's birthday was the same day as yours.
Yeah.
We grew up together, and one time we were at our buddy's house, and his dad was wicked weird. And he's like, "Hey, Dad, can you make us eggs?" He's like, "Make the fucking eggs yourself, Brendan." His name is Brendan too. And so like I wrote to my buddy like, "Happy birthday!" I'm like, "Make the fucking eggs yourself." And he's like, "That guy was fucking wild." Like I'll go the extra step.
Yeah.
I want to make you feel good. You know what I mean? Like I'll send you a text on the side.
Sure.
You know? But like. As far as it goes for like me now for birthdays, like I had a big party for my 40th birthday party.
Yeah.
Hugh O'Neill's aka the bloodbath, when everybody got kicked out except for me and there were 40 people in there. People were throwing up in and outside the bar.
used to love that place.
It was a great party. Anyways, point being, that's a big 40's a big one.
Yeah.
I got a buddy who's turning 50, right? Like that's worth having, doing something for.
Sure.
Like. And once you pass fucking 21 in between there, it's all fucking whatever.
Yeah.
I also hate people who are like, I hate people who get caught up in the age thing. I mean, obviously it's easy. Well, I'm 45, gonna be 46 in February. This is like I remember there was this kid that I'm friends with. Actually, he has a podcast, Cornell podcast, kid Sean Asp. He probably listens to this. And I've said it to him before, to his face. He'd be like, "Oh, you're old." He'd like make jokes like that because he's like 33 or 34. And I'd be like, dude, that is the weakest heat. That's the best heat you have.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I was born before you. I can't do anything.
I didn't choose it.
Yeah, like I can't change that.
Yeah.
Second of all, like there's a million 23-year-olds out there who are fucking worthless in the world. Like ages, and there's a bunch of people who are like, I'm only 25. They're gonna get hit by a fucking bus tomorrow and they're dead.
Right.
This is irrelevant. Completely fucking irrelevant. Plus, as somebody who is getting into his later 40s, I can assure you that I still don't know what the fuck I'm doing with my life, and I'm a mess. Like, so that hasn't changed.
So
like, since I was
we're
21.
coming at you live from reality.
Yeah, so I'm kind of live from reality.
Yeah.
I like do meet people as I'm older now that like I have my crew of guys that I'm friends with that are like kind of in this neighborhood and like then guys I grew up with, and they all know me. I know them, and like whatever. And they're all kind of like birds of a feather flock together. Right. They're all kind of a little bit disastrous in their own way. But I do meet people at like, birthday people's parties and stuff, and they get like, these people have their shit together.
Right.
Like their 401k is flush. You know what I mean? Like their savings are not in question.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, and I'm like, fuck. I'm like, I really can't. I don't want to be hanging out with these people. They make me feel bad about myself.
A couple wine cellars.
Couple wine cellars, House of Jackson Hole. You know what I mean? Shit that I'm not made for.
Right.
That's not made for me. Anyways, let's talk about cake. Let's talk about cake.
I'd love to.
All right. What's your feelings on? First of all, like what's your go-to cake? Like what's you're picking your flavor?
If gun to my head, what's the cake that I want?
If like I ask Christy, I'm like, hey, I gotta get Danny a cake. Like,
Yeah.
what would she tell me?
All right.
Would she even know?
No, she would. But this is like a 2-tier answer, right? So my mother would make me like a homemade cake,
Yep.
and it was like buttercream. It was like a yellow cake, buttercream, and she would put either peaches or strawberries on it.
Ooh,
Dude,
that's next. That's like some German shit.
Dude, right. But it wasn't. It was like, fuck. I mean, it came out looking like a mess. It was so
Yeah.
fucking good.
Yeah.
So good, so
Yeah.
moist. I know people don't
Yeah.
like that word. I fucking, whatever. But gun to my head, Duncan Hines, chocolate frosting, yellow fucking cake.
Okay.
Very, very simple.
Very simple.
Very fucking simple.
Do you like it layered, or do you just
No.
want a sheet?
No.
Sheet pan.
Or if we're getting a little fancy, if we're going to these people's 401k, you guys want to get me a fucking Carvel
Want to
cake.
cash at me?
Yeah. You want to get me a Carvel cake, little ice cream cake? Dude, those sheets now are like $44.
Maggie told the story the other day where I got the belt. Remember the belt story?
Yeah.
So I'm like, Jesus Christ. She goes, that's like when I bought that cake for Tommy's birthday. And I'm like, what story? She's like, oh yeah, I never told you that. She bought like some fucking ice cream cake that was a dinosaur. that she went to pick it up, and they're like, yeah, it's $286.
What?
She was like, I had to just give them the money. And I'm like, she's like, you didn't notice. I'm like, that was good that I didn't notice. I would have fucking
Yeah,
lost my mind.
Carvel cakes. Carvel used to be awesome.
Willy
when
the
they had
Whale,
stores.
Cookie Puss.
Yeah, yeah. When they had the stores, it was great because like you could just go there and get, the whale, everything.
Yeah.
Now it's like a franchise. You can only get them in grocery stores.
Yeah.
And the fucking inflation of them is outrageous, dude.
Dude, I get smoked too because the girls can't have, Carvel is not gluten free.
Yeah.
JP Licks makes their own gluten free ones in Linfield.
Yeah.
You can just imagine what a JP Licks fucking, and my daughters are 2 days apart. So, you can just imagine, Anyways, I'm not a big ice cream cake guy. I've gotten more into it as I get older
Yeah.
because I kind of do think to myself, like, well, you can just have ice cream inside. You can have cake.
Sure.
I'll tell you what my fucking go-to cake is. I've had the fucking chocolate wall cake at fucking Abe and Louie's, which is great.
Yeah.
It's actually one of my favorite cakes.
I
I've had fine cakes. Pache's makes a great dense cake. Too dense for me. You know who makes the best fucking cake in the world? Market Basket, Stop and Shop, and Shaw's.
Yeah.
Fucking sheet cake. Unbelievable. Undisputed.
Yep.
I don't care. You could tell me at me with I'm a trash bag. I don't give a fuck. That cake fucks all day.
gets
It's
the
like
job done.
$7.
Yeah.
First of all, they always spell your name wrong. Whoever
Yeah.
you got it, like
Worst cursive ever.
they spelt both my daughter's names wrong. They told them to put my dad's cake, Happy Birthday, Papa.
Yep.
And they wrote Pupper. Like, what world do you live in? Like, what Pupper? Old Pupper, man. Anyways, yeah, and you know what I think is a fucking fraud is like when somebody just is like, oh, I got cupcakes.
No. Now I'm going to stop you there. So that's the new thing. That's where we'll disagree.
See, this is good. We can't be living in an echo chamber here.
Right.
We gotta have different opinions.
So ever since, and this was like fairly new when my son was like 11.
Yep.
Maybe even when Ziana was like that age. She, not that age, but when she was like 1 or 2 or whatever. They come out as the sheet, so it looks like a cake, but then they pull away cupcakes. So it's not like a cupcake layer or whatever.
Okay.
It comes out, looks exactly like a.
That's fine. I can do that. I can do that.
But it makes so much more sense with little kids.
I get that. And I totally understand that.
Because I fucking love cupcakes. I really do.
Well, cupcakes are great.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying that, like, and I know what you mean. Like, in that case, it totally makes sense.
Yeah.
I will say that you're in the age range, well, you're going to be in it for a long time because you just had another kid. But, like, when Tommy was little and when Addie was little, it's like most of my weekends were going to birthday parties.
Right.
Like, most of my weekends, I was going to fucking jump on in.
Yeah.
Or I was going to, like, jump on in or, like, some fucking, Monkey Joe's. You know Monkey Joe's?
Do I have
By the way, best line of all time. My buddy Dave Lucas is driving up to Monkey Joe's to bring his daughter, I think, to Tommy's birthday party, and they go by the Golden Banana, which for the people who don't live here is a strip joint called DB's Golden Banana. It's got a huge banana on it. It's not a male strip joint, which is
No,
bananas.
I know.
Pun intended.
Right.
It is a female.
We used to
strip
sing a
joint.
song, Golden Banana, the place you don't bring your nana. I remember that when we were like 8.
So he's driving up there, and they're on the way to Monkey Joe's, and his daughter goes, "What's the Golden Banana?" She was like, in first grade or second grade, and he goes, "That's where Monkey Joe goes to eat lunch."
Incredible.
Unbelievable fucking line. Unbelievable. Monkey Joe's is like, if you want to have like any disease, like there's like just it's like a jump place. They got all types of like fucking inflatables.
Right.
Like if any kid has a cold, everybody has it there. Like COVID, like is just probably that's like its home. That probably started there. I feel like what I mean. Forget that Wuhan lab.
Dude,
probably
fucking-
started at Monkey Joe's.
Monkey Joe's is it's a death trap, dude.
So, all right, to explain to the people at home, I forgot about the story. So we had Tommy and my nephew Will's birthday because they're like a week apart.
yeah.
Combo, save some money at Monkey Joe's. Tommy was fucking bananas frightened of fucking Monkey Joe. Like Monkey Joe comes out in a costume,
Yep.
some broad,
Yep.
but you don't know that. And like it's a scary like fucking to a kid probably, right?
Yeah.
So Tommy's like in the chair with like, and he's like leaning away from Monkey Joe. And I go, I got a big surprise for you. And he's like looking at me and I go, you guys are going to get to sleep at Monkey Joe's house tonight. And like the kid almost shit his pants. Like he was going to break into fucking tears. I'm like, oh, sorry. I can't like, I love torturing my kids, by the way. It's like one of my favorite fucking pastimes.
That's awesome.
Anyway, so yeah, like you spend a lot of time at these parties.
Yeah.
You're I was hungover more than I was not at them.
Yeah.
And you spend a lot of time talking to people that you don't want to talk to. Like,
Yeah.
especially like if I
If-
have a crew of my own people, but then like you get invited to a lot that you weren't, and then Tess would be invited to somebody else's, so I had to take Tommy to his. Now I'm like, talking to making small talk. I fucking hate small talk. I hate it. It's the worst thing in the fucking world, especially when you're hungover. And then I'm thinking, does this guy know I'm hungover? Does he know how hungover I am? Because
why hasn't he offered me a drink
yeah,
yet?
why can't you drink at this place? Even though it's a kid's place, like it's just the whole thing is fucking difficult. What do you do for your kids' birthdays these days?
Well, this is how fucking good we plan these out.
Yeah.
Right. So we'll start with the most coming up, right? So Riley is the day after Thanksgiving. Bailey is the day after Christmas.
Nice.
Brendan is January 16th. Ziana is February 2nd.
Okay.
So what do? We're broke for fucking months.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
dude,
Like,
I know.
It's fucking awful. Like we don't really do like a party unless it's like a big birthday. Like we just had Ziana's 15th.
Yeah.
Quinceanera, it's a big one.
Yeah.
Thousands of dollars.
Yep.
She won't see another thing until she's 21.
Yeah.
Unless I hit the million.
That's like a big deal, right?
It was a fucking wedding, dude.
Yeah.
It was nuts.
So explain to people who might not know exactly what that. What that
Quinceanera.
entails.
It's a sweet 15. It's a sweet 16 for the Spanish culture. It's basically like not as excessive as a wedding, but you're spending $1,000 dresses, tuxedos. Traditionally, you have like a court, like a wedding party,
Yeah.
and everyone danced together. She didn't want that, so we saved a little money there and here and there. You have a big ass chair you got to sit in. You got to get shoes that you put on for fucking 10 minutes that I change out and put on slippers to like that like symbolizes her being a woman. It's a lot.
Yeah.
And it was all new to me, but it's over and done with. So she had a great quinceanera, and she won't have another birthday until she's 21. Brendan is going to be 12. Whatever. We'll go to the movies or something.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Bailey's in her 5th. Like, we'll probably do something for her 5th.
Yeah.
And she'll be 5 this year.
Well, they start. What happens is what's good is like they start to completely age out of it, and it's
Right.
like we might do something, but the girls are in the summer. So my oldest, her friends are all gone for the summer. They have Cape houses and shit.
Right.
So we just do something with us. But Tommy's in like October. We go to like Canby Lake or something like that. Screamfest. Like bring 2 of his friends or whatever.
Fuck yeah.
But like that's good when you get to that point because it's like they don't want to have. What are you gonna do? You gonna take them to fucking jump on in it, Monkey Joe's when there's 15? You know what I mean? Feel weird.
What he wanted to
Take him to the Golden Banana. That'd be a real birthday party.
What he wanted to do, excuse me, for his 10th was go to Boston Paintball. And I was all for that. Fucking COVID, dude.
Oh yeah.
It was
Doesn't he go to Hooters though for every birthday?
every year we go to Hooters. Yeah, every year we
love
go to
it.
Hooters. Yeah. So since he was 1.
Yeah.
I took him in the car seat. We walked in. I'm just talking to myself. You know what I mean? I'm not talking to a fucking 1-year-old.
Yeah.
And every year we've went.
I love it.
Sometimes you bring like, my nephew Giovanni or, now it's like he needs somebody else to laugh at,
Yeah.
look at boobs with. But
Yeah.
I still take him every year.
I love it, dude.
Yeah.
Fucking love it. Yeah, and then like you said, I mean, as you get older, it's like you don't really give a fuck. I just hate people who are like, I hate my birthday. It's like, because then they're like, why? And it's like, either their mother died that day, or they're like, just reminds me of another year gone by. It's like, dude, fucking stop. He's the smallest fucking violin in the world playing just for you. Fuck off.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
Leave it alone.
Nobody wants to hear it. You know
Right.
what I mean? Like you said too. Like we've done this. We have litigated this many times in this courtroom. But when people start talking on social media about like fucking, like another bad birthday or whatever, ... I'm in the hospital today. ...
Are you okay?
Are you okay?
What happened?
Yeah.
I really don't want to talk about it right
Well, you didn't
now.
have open heart surgery. He's really fucking typing about it, dickhead. You know what I mean? It's like,
Did you just
fuck.
get an IV? Is that it? Are you hungover?
Unbelievable. Also on birthdays, presents. Let's talk about presents for a minute. Now, my wife would tell you this, and I don't know that I've gotten anything as a surprise in like 10 years. I pick out what I want. I know what I want. It's usually something that is, I don't spend a lot of money on myself. She would probably argue with that and be correct. But like, I don't like have like expensive hobbies. You know what I mean? Like I don't have a country club membership. I don't have a boat. I don't fucking, I play golf maybe 5 times a year. Right? Hobbies are music pretty much. So I have nice guitars. But like, I'll get myself something. Like, I got myself that Golden Tee one year. I
Right.
got myself that fucking guitar this year, right? That's how I like to do it because
Right.
I'll tell you what, I want to know what the fuck I'm getting and I want it to be good.
Sure.
So I know what I want. You know what I mean? The worst thing that a person can do, and I think it could ruin marriages. I really do. Now, it's never happened to me because my wife has a fucking brain in her head,
Yeah.
and she's a smart person. There's nothing worse than when somebody gets like a gift that's not really for you. It's
you're
like
never
it's
gonna
like
use?
for either
The
kind of
house?
for
The
her,
house?
the house, or like for both of you. Like it's like, oh, we're gonna go on a trip to like I'm gonna take you to Vermont. It's like
Fuck, I want to do that for.
what are we talking about here? Like we're going on a trip. Let's just do that. Like.
Right.
Like I want a basketball, a fucking Adidas shirt, and cologne.
Right.
Like you know what I mean?
Right.
Whatever. That's what Maggie got me the first. I think it was that first like Christmas together. I'm like, oh, this girl's sticking around.
Yeah.
Like, basketball, fucking Adidas zip up jacket, and fucking cologne. Like salty starter kit. You know what I mean? But like I always like so I by default I like kind of say what I want. But like I think like giving gifts is hard. You know what I mean? Like you got to think. Like
Yeah.
I got Maggie some fucking fresh fucking Air Force Ones, like not standard whites. Like went above and beyond, found them. She didn't know I was getting them for her, and she was like, "These things are. I don't know if I'm gonna wear these." And she wore them out, and people were like, "Those things are sick."
Right.
And she was like, "Oh, that was a great gift. That was like that might have been the best work I ever did."
Right.
Other than like an engagement ring, but. You gotta like you gotta work a little bit to get somebody the right gift. You know what I mean? Like you can't be giving them like don't give them shit that you want. Don't give them a fucking Dyson
Right.
on their fucking birthday.
All right. So I gotta say this.
There we go.
Might get me in trouble, but whatever. So this wasn't my birthday. This was
We know Christy's not caught up, so
this was
you won't be in
this,
trouble for
this
another
was
month
this
and a half.
past Christmas. Right?
Yeah.
Now Christmas, we got 4 kids. We just had one of the worst fucking deliveries. Like we're
Yeah.
traumatized.
Yes. Yeah.
Last thing on my mind was a fucking gift for myself.
Sure.
I'm worried about the kids. Make sure they have a good Christmas, whatever. She's like, "What do you want?" I go, "Christy, I want nothing. Zero. Get me underwear and socks. You know what I mean? Like I'm happy with shit like that." No, I want to get you something. So now I'm like thinking, I'm like, I've never asked for anything. I'm like, I might fucking try and get something this year.
Sure.
So I'm in the elements, right? You know the tool brand Milwaukee.
Yep.
So Milwaukee has a vest, and it's heated. You put like the little batteries in it, and it's
Oh,
heated.
nice.
It's the balls, right? So Christmas comes.
By the
kids-
way, what a fucking guy. The thing he wants is so he can work better. You
right?
know what I mean?
Well, dude, no one likes, like I said,
Yeah. No one likes to be cold.
right?
Yeah.
You can get warm, but I would much rather be cold than hot because you can't be naked.
Sure. Yeah. I got you.
So I was like, just get me the Milwaukee vest. I know they have them at Home Depot. That's what I want. Easy enough. Walk away from the conversation because I really didn't fucking want her to get me anything.
Yeah.
Christmas comes, kids get everything. She gets an engagement ring, right? I get my underwears and socks or whatever. And I'm like, oh, maybe she's like fucking holding out.
Yeah.
So we go to her mother's later on. And her mother always does like a big, everyone gets one gift. Everybody. She goes nuts with one gift. So she always gets me something with Notre Dame, which I
Yep.
do every year. I
Yep.
I already know what I'm getting.
Exactly.
And I'm sitting there and I'm looking at this box in the kitchen and it's wrapped. And I'm just out of curiosity, I go, "Oh, whose is that?" And my mother-in-law just starts dying laughing. She goes, "Oh my God, that's yours. Christy forgot to bring it to the house." I'm like, "Oh, this is my jacket." So I'm like, "Do you want me to open it now?" She goes, Christy goes, I need to tell you something. I go, "What?" She goes, "It's not the jacket." And I go, "Okay." She goes, "It is Milwaukee, and I just hope that you'll use it." And I go, "All right." I open it up. It's a Milwaukee vacuum. Right hand of God, it has not been opened yet. It's August 21st.
Like a handheld or like a.
It's both. So she was like, "Well, I was thinking like you could clean the car with it." And I go, "That's what a car wash is for. Like this is for like side work." And it's don't get me wrong, it's expensive.
Yeah, it's a great.
And it's a great tool, but I'm like, last thing I would have got from Milwaukee. So like she's like, "Are you gonna use it?" I'm like, "Yeah, I think." It's still there. Still in my kitchen underneath like my snacks, just hanging
yeah,
there.
just tucked in there.
She's like, "Well, it's Milwaukee." And I'm like, "That's great. Thank you.
Yeah.
I could use the same batteries on it for sure."
Yeah.
But I'm still gonna be cold in the winter now.
Yeah.
And she's like, I tried to find it. I go, all right, whatever. I didn't want anything anyways. But yeah, you said the Dyson. I go, I got to talk about this fucking vacuum now.
Dude, you know, it's funny bringing up like birthdays, gifts, this whole thing. It's like, and I know we'll definitely do an episode all about Christmas, but did you like? Because I think it's funny because like my son's never asked about like he just like he knows obviously there's no fucking thing as Santa Claus. He's
Right.
14. He never asked, right? By the way, Maggie's always like, you should have like a birds and the bees conversation. My father listens to this. Never had that. I don't think I had that conversation with him. If I did, I PTSD blocked it out of my head.
First time I talked about sex with my father, I told him I was having a kid. So there's that.
There you go. So there you go. But I'm like, dude, he has the internet, by the way. You know,
Right.
like they have the internet now. Like
Yeah.
you can just look up like a monkey fucks like a guy, and like
Right.
you can watch that.
Right.
Like, it's there somewhere that's there,
I know
right?
it.
They don't need me to fucking explain it how it works.
Right.
That was like a 50s thing.
Right.
Anyway, so my oldest daughter though, she comes home one day. She's like, I don't know, 4th grade, 3rd grade, whatever it was. She's sitting on the couch and she's like, so it starts hunting around. Santa Claus is it real? You know, whatever. By the way, if your kids listen to this podcast, you should shut their ears. Now, if they do listen to this podcast and you let them, you should be. I'm calling DSS on you. She goes. So is Santa's real, or so who's the other guy that like comes to the things and like really like, oh, I know, but I don't. So I just looked at her. I go, yeah, he's not real. And Maggie's sitting there and she goes, she just doesn't say anything. And I go, well, I'm just telling you, he's not real. You're asking. I'm giving you the truth.
Yeah.
And she goes, what about the Tooth Fairy? I go, Tooth Fairy, Easter Bunny, all those people, fake. I'm like, I'm going to get a drink. Maggie's like, you just went all in. I'm like, what do you want me to say?
Yeah.
I'm telling her the truth. She asked the question.
Right.
I'm giving you the answer.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be like, well, the spirit of Christmas is really what's important. Like,
we started out with
fucking Hallmark special here.
yeah,
right?
with terrible acting. We always started ours with like, you know, if there was a big fucking gift, that's
Yep.
from mom and dad.
Yeah.
You know, the socks and shit, that's from Santa.
Yeah.
He doesn't love you as much as we do.
Sure, yeah, that's
know?
good. You know what I hate? Now, these people, I should say this, but whatever. We can revisit it. These people should be fucking tarred and feathered in the town square. I don't lie to my children, so I tell them that Santa Claus isn't real, and then that fucking rat fuck tells
Yeah.
every kid in the 1st grade
Yeah.
that his dad told him, and then you got to do the damage control on your end.
Yeah.
That person should be
Sucks.
fucking murdered.
Sucks.
I will say this. You want to tell them? That's fine. You better hope that kid can keep a secret like he was born in Charlestown and witnessed murders in the fucking 70s. Like fucking Omerta type of shit.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Keep that kid's mouth the fuck shut.
Right.
Like,
Don't ruin it for everybody.
yeah, exactly. Don't ruin it for every other kid. You know what I mean? Like, oh, well, you know, whatever. Like,
There's a certain time you tell your kids, and until then, it's fucking awesome when your kids wake up and they're like, holy shit, this guy really fucking loves me.
Yeah.
You know?
yeah.
But, you know, sometimes you just gotta, you gotta,
No, it is
you gotta
what it
rip the
is.
Band-Aid off.
It is what it is. I also think that like those really, I don't know why I'm thinking of this right now, but like a lot of those people who do that usually are of a religion that like, or they're agnostic or whatever. They don't
Right.
want, or they're religious and they're like Santa's a fraud. Like
Right.
it's really about Christ and all this stuff or whatever. Those people can fuck off. The people that like I had worked with this woman at one point. She was like a Seventh-day Adventist, I think it's called. It's like on Fridays during this time, she has to be home by sundown and fast every week. And I want to be like, dude, are you really sure this shit's real? Because you're going a lot out of your way to do shit for something that could be fake. You know what I mean? Like I'd like to believe. Listen, I've always said this. I'm hedging my bet. I want to go up there and then be like, hey, you're a good guy. You're in here.
Yeah.
Right?
Cross
We've
off
talked
pearly
about this. I have
gates.
a lot of questions about Evan, who gets to fucking what happens if somebody bangs your wife while you die. Can you beat them up? Can I get one of those?
Yep.
Like I got a lot of questions, right? Now, my thing though is like, I'm certainly not gonna like be like, you know, just not live my life because of religion on the case that I have faith.
Right.
I will be honest, like, and I know that this is going to rub some people the wrong way because I know we have a lot of people listening to this who are hardcore Catholics, and I respect that. I actually wish I was. I
Peace
look
be
at
with
them,
you.
I look at them, and I'm like, I wish I was you. I wish I was fucking so in, and I knew that it was real, right? I have a lot of questions. I guess I just think to myself, like, but when there's people like I met people from the South and like people that are really into religion. I'm not talking about your average fucking Irish Catholic guy from around here who believes in God, right? We all know him. He's
Southern Baptist,
I'm
First
talking
Baptist.
those motherfuckers
Yeah.
that are like Christ. It was a great day to talk about Christ, and the Lord is filled inside of me. Usually, they're the ones who are fucking some girl on the side.
Right.
Always. I look at them and I'm like, you really believe this fucking shit? Like you believe. I have faith. I'm just saying. I can't believe that everybody believes their own religion is perfectly correct, right? And they're like, yeah, this is the only way you're gonna burn. Like people taking up stakes down the south like serpents. Right. Like I'm like, you're a psychopath. Like you're a crazy person. Like and you're probably dumb. Like because you have never asked a question. You're like, yeah, the snake won't bite me, and it bites their face, they die.
Oh, it's
like,
messed.
Yeah, exactly. Like that. I mean, dude, that's how crazy some people are in the world.
Yeah.
That on Sunday. They put their hands into a box of snakes and they just be like, all right, if the devil won't bite me. And it's like, dude, are you fucking kidding me right now?
Dude,
like,
it's one of the best scenes ever on the campaign with Will Ferrell.
oh, yeah.
That son of a bitch bit me.
I don't know why I just went down that road, but like I said, I go to church occasionally, like we said. I'm a part-timer.
Yeah.
I'm a lapsed Catholic.
Easily.
I prefer the Catholic. If they're all baseball teams, I'm definitely in the stands for the Catholic Church. Like that's my, even though they've had their transgressions, I should say.
Yeah.
I feel like I don't have a clean record right now.
I feel like I know the good guys.
It's like the steroid era a little bit. You know what I mean? It's, in a much worse way. It's like the steroid
Everyone's
era.
got an asterisk.
Yeah, everybody's. Yeah, we got a lot of bad dudes. A lot of cover up going on. But I will say that I think that some of these other ones where the people are like consumed by it. Like it's like, dude, come on. And by the way, just while I'm here, let the priests have a wife. I mean, let's just fucking.
Yeah.
There's a way to solve that problem immediately. You know what I mean?
Real quick, because I have a question. I have to bring something to the table about birthdays.
Yes.
But when we went to get Brendan, my son, baptized,
Yeah.
we had to go through where the priests live,
Yep.
and my priest, Father Bill Minigan, who fucking boxed in the Navy, by the way.
That's my kind of priest right there.
He's eating spicy nacho Doritos with the Dr. Pepper, watching the first 48.
That's my fucking priest right
He's
there.
about 5'2", crooked ass nose, and he's just a man of the Lord.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
And those other majority. It's almost like here's the same thing with priests as you could say about policemen. Most fucking 99% of police guys are fucking best guys in the business, and then 1% of them are fucking not.
Then the 1% of the super cops.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, fucking Wayne Jenkins.
Yes.
Yeah, that's my type of priest.
What was I going to say? Oh, what was your favorite birthday?
I definitely know what it wasn't, which was my 21st, because I fucking sliced my arm open on a fucking vodka bottle.
Oh, that'll do it.
I would say my 40th. I had a really good time my 40th birthday.
Nice.
I was old enough to love it. We had a ton of people there. It was all my friends from home were there.
Where was it?
It was at Hugh O'Neill's.
Oh, you did say. You
Yeah.
just said that.
We just went there. We just said, hey, who wants to go show up?
Right.
And everybody showed up, and all my good friends from home were there. Good friends have moved to Melrose now, and we had an absolute blast. Good. One of my buddies is still fucking bullshit at me. The kid I wrote the fucking make your fucking eggs yourself. Obi, if you're out there, if you happen to listen to this, which you probably don't, gone way back with this kid. But Maggie was kind of in charge of doing the invites.
Yeah.
And she just didn't know his number or something. And then he was he still holds it against me. He's like, fucking, you invite me to your fucking birthday. I'm like, dude, I didn't invite anybody to it.
Right.
Maggie invited everybody to it. But anyways, it was a great fucking birthday, great night, lots of people. Plus I was the last person standing with this other guy, Adam Dennison, and his wife. So it was the one night that I was like, wow, everybody else was wicked fucked up and I wasn't. And you feel like a superhero?
Sure.
You know what I mean? I'm like, oh, fucking, this is great.
Hell yeah.
How about you?
It was my 22nd, my favorite. Because start to finish, we used to pregame at the IA.
Yep.
We used to pregame there and then go into Boston. It was great. It was a fucking great system. It was a...
I don't mean to interrupt you, but will say this too about the IA.
Yeah.
Because we were there yesterday. 2 days yesterday. You are by far the youngest person in there.
Easily. And I always was.
Everybody else is older than me almost.
Yeah.
And then your buddy there that came in,
Al.
Al.
Yep.
Yeah, that was.
He's close
awesome
to your
guy.
age.
Yeah, he's like around my age.
Yeah.
This is the guy from Chicago, right?
Yeah, he's in his 40s. I won't
Okay,
say,
yeah. But but when I walked in,
Yeah, the daytime crowd, that's like the
OpCods were flying. Let's
yeah,
put it that way.
the ride comes up and drops people
Diners
off.
Club was
Yeah.
rolling.
Yeah, I told you I walked. Oh, I don't think I ever did when I first became a member there. So when I was like, I grew up there
Yeah.
as a kid. You know, my uncles and whatnot. They're in my father's called the East Side, but East Side's like went totally downhill since then. But I used to go there, you know, help out during Labor Day. That's why I said Labor Day is my favorite day there.
Yep.
They have a road race. It's a great time. St. Patrick's Day, fucking bar back in as a fucking teenager.
Yep.
Good shit, right? But I could never be a member there until I was 21. So 21st birthday, I walk in there with the application in hand. And back then, like, you had to do it was like a genealogy report.
Yeah.
What was your mother's maiden name? What was your grandmother? The whole shit.
nice, yeah.
Now, clubs are dying. So now
Yeah.
they'll take fucking anybody.
Sure.
Right? But, well, not anybody. You gotta be a good fucking Samaritan.
Yeah.
But I walked in there, had my $40 in the application, and the bartender, who, rest in peace, he's no longer with us, Freddie McGovern, one of the most miserable fucks. He ended up loving me. But I hit the buzzer and I go, hey, I would love to pay my dues. And he goes, you got to wait till tomorrow. And my heart was shattered. Because all I wanted to do was become a member there. Right?
Yeah.
So I became a member there, how many years ago today? Fucking 14.
Yeah.
14 years ago today, 21st, I've been
Wow.
a member there. And I was by far, I used to sit by myself because like I knew everyone's like, they were friends with my father and my
Sure.
uncles and shit. And they were like, Gilly, come over here. You're sitting over in Guinea Gulch and blah, blah, blah. And,
Yeah.
you know, and I'm like, all right, cool. And I did what I did. I'm a social
Yeah.
butterfly.
Yeah.
But yeah, me and my friends there and my cousins, like we had a dot team out of there. We had to go through hell and high water
Yep.
to like get it approved. They
Yeah.
didn't like us at first.
Yeah, yeah.
Then they realized the fucking revenue we were bringing into place. And it was the rest is
And
history.
also, like, you need younger people, and like
The rest is history. On
Yeah.
Friday night, the world's greatest bartender, Bobby Gallagher, who, rest in peace, he fucking cancer got a hold of him and, drives me nuts. They don't make him like him anymore. He was the only one that ever stuck up for us down there at a point in time. We would go there Friday night, and this is what I'm getting at. So my birthday, we went there. Maybe not that Friday night, but if we ever got kicked out, which happened often, we would go back there and we would sit with Bobby forever. And he would just sit on he'd have his Amstel Light and he would have his cigar and he'd let us stay until crows came home.
Yeah.
You know? But my 23rd or 22nd birthday, my cousin Jake, Jesus, I'm getting fucking morbid now. I'm just talking about everyone that's dead. Jake his dad had a connection. My cousin Butchie had a connection with the person that owns West End Johnny's.
okay. Yeah.
And so we were at the IA. We got there at like 6, right? Slamming Jameson. Slamming it. Bought a bottle down the street to get on the train. We always took the train there,
Yeah.
obviously, right? And we got the bottle of Jameson on the train. And there was a kid there that was probably a little bit older than us, but he was in his 20s. And he had a dirty rack of Bud. And he goes, I'll trade you a shot for a Bud. I don't drink Bud.
Yeah.
But there's a picture of me on the orange line drinking a Bud. And that was the reason why. Before we even got into West End Johnny's, I'm fucking annihilated.
Yeah.
Right? So we get to the line, and Jake, who fucking, I love the kid to death, but Jesus Christ, was he an arrogant fuck, right? So he knew the connection was through him. He was like, no, we don't go through the front, we go through the back. And
Goodfellas through the kitchen
It
style?
was just like Goodfellas, just like it. We walk through.
Amongst the Italians.
There's people fucking cooking and shit, and there's 15 of us at least.
Yeah.
And they bring us to a little VIP room, and it was fucking sick. It was like the first time like I had a VIP. I was 20, I didn't really have a VIP connection at 21.
Yeah.
So 22, we had like a little blocked off. The drinks were fucking pouring in. I don't belong to be drinking at this point.
Sure.
So we get there at like, I don't know, 9. It's fucking dead as a doornail. I'm bullshit. Because I'm like, I need to party with everybody now, right? And finally it started getting a little packed. Well, I don't know. I want to say around 11, I had like all my boys from Malden there, like not my original crew, and it was just mayhem.
Yep.
Well, Tina Gillis, drunk, decides to stand on top of 2 speakers on top of one another. Didn't end well. This fucking bouncer that comes over the size of a Buick just picks me up and basically throws me outside. So my cousin Pat comes out, listens to the show. From what I'm told, because I don't remember much after this, I tried to fight him. Pat would I mean, fucking kill me.
Yeah.
Right? But I guess like I kept trying to push him, and from what I remember, like he was like, you just kept bouncing off me. Pat's a round fella.
Yeah.
Right? He goes, you kept pushing me like I was gonna move. He goes, you just kept pushing me and going back 15 feet. I think my buddy Bobby Skane dropped me off home. At the time I was living above my father. And it was like a little rickety fucking stairs up to, like, it was not OSHA approved. You know what I mean?
gotcha.
It's just not. And I woke up, puke all over me, and a slew of text messages and videos from the night before of me having the time of my life. But the reason I'll say it was a great time is because everyone was there having a good time. For the most part, I remember the majority of
Yeah.
it. Walking through fucking VIP bullshit. It was fucking great. It was great. Great time. Great time.
It's a great lead-in, by the way, because speaking of having a great time, if you happen to be of the inclination to play the game of hockey, or somebody in your family does, let's talk about extra effort hockey.
Sure can.
Up in Peabody, Mass. Our boy Craig runs it. The guy's got a tattoo of the Bruins logo on his fucking hand. Am I correct?
Psychotic. Yeah.
Yeah. I saw a post from him today. By the way, I've been lazy. I still have to pick up the XLs. That's why nobody has a t-shirt.
No, I think I'm going to see him because he's doing my coach's jerseys.
Okay, so you're gonna see him?
I'm going to see him this week. We were supposed to get up, but I'm going to see him either from now until next time. I'll have the shirts in here.
All right, because if he's there tomorrow, I can pick him up. But regardless, 1,000 square feet of synthetic ice.
It's the best.
The official mascot, Reed Huntley. That's what I'm just saying. Now my buddy Greg Huntley's son goes there. They are going to take you to the next level in your game. I was looking, because we're friends on Facebook now.
Yep.
Today, I see he's reading, like, he's got this book, like, how to build a fucking hockey body. Like,
Yeah.
it's like, this kid is living the fucking job.
And he's giving it to his 1-year-old son.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, I'm gonna fucking like. But that's the type of this guy's not mailing it in. There's the passion here,
Right.
With this game. So, anyways, extraeffort.hockey.com. See those guys. They're the best. They can also do some t-shirts for you if you need them done.
Yeah. He's that
And
guy.
they are the best. Also, and I'll let you get into this, but I can do it because I was on the phone with him yesterday, 2 days ago. Sean, our boy Sean.
Insulations.
You got an insulation situation. He told me when I called him, he was about to call me out as a fraud because I keep saying I was going to call him.
Yeah.
But I was luckily just before being a fraud.
You're on the cusp.
I was on the cusp of being a fraud. These guys, I mean, you're paying into it anyways. Eversource National Grid, you've heard what we said before. You're paying into this. It's a program that you already have money built up in. Basically, you're going to get 75% back in when you get them to do your house, the insulation. I have to get mine done because, and now, by the way, they make it hard. I got to switch my contractor. He's like, you don't have to switch it to me. I'm like, fucking, of course I'm switching it.
Right.
Insulation. You think I'm not going to let somebody who's not called insulation situation handle my situation of my insulation?
He knows his fucking shit, dude.
Exactly. You get 100% back if you own an Irish battleship, as long as everybody does it, which they have to because you're renting them the place probably. And if you're in if you happen to be in a condo situation with 2 other yuppie families, tell them you slap them around a little bit. We got a couple guys that can do that for you. So, you got a phone number there?
For Sean, I do.
Or how about
do.
installation situation at gmail.com,
Yes.
which is probably the best way to reach out to them. Say you heard it from Pulling the Cork. And do you have a number?
I don't.
Okay.
Oh, I can find it right now. I'm
All right.
fucking Brits out.
But anyways, he's
shit.
coming out here in the next week or so. Tomorrow's my day to call Mass Save, deal with them.
Phone number 617-835-4784.
Exactly. The man knows what he's doing. And yeah. Anyways, so that's that. So that's how you just drip in a couple more sponsors. You know what I'm saying?
Beautiful. Last, certainly not least, my man Anthony. AJM Plumbing and Heating, servicing North and South Shore. Over 100 5-star reviews, all plumbing, heating, and gas needs. The guy's a real deal, man. I try to tell you, he's the fucking boiler fucking boner. He's the hard dick energy going around, dude. Boiler boner, all right? Don't wait until you're out of fucking heat, all right? Do it now. Do it now while he's got your attention. And you listen to Pulling the Cork. Fucking mention us, 10% off. Certified in all major plumbing heating brands. Great prices. 2-year warranty on all fucking work. I can't stress that enough. I'm in the business. That shit doesn't happen. Once 366 days comes, you are fucked. All right? 2-year warranty. That's massive. All right? Phone number 781-853-1310. Email amachichi, AJM, plumbingheating.com. I'll say that one more time. AMICCICHI at AJMplumbingheating.com. Anthony was like, I'm going to fucking kill you. I go, why? He goes, because you're talking about my fucking nose. He's got a grade A Italian nose. It's a compliment more than anything.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's my guy. He knows what the fuck he's doing. Give him a ring, will you?
All right. Back to this stuff. Going back to birthdays for a second. Here's something I don't know why this popped up. I was thinking about like birthdays and like, shit we do with the kids and stuff, right? So now, while I said that like we go to like a lot of these like jump on in type parties.
Yeah.
We only had like one or two of those type of things for like Tommy and like whatever because they just get too expensive.
Yeah.
And we had one dude that like Maggie did, it was not her fault, although she planned the party. It was a jump on in and they gave me a $1,300 bill.
A what?
$1,300 bill.
Ooh.
And I said, it's going to take us 5 years to financially recover this fucking situation. I almost fucking lost my mind. Like, I'm like, it wasn't really whatever. Anyways, it happened. But most of our parties are backyard parties.
Yeah.
Like, we were just at one last weekend for my niece. We had one here for my daughter. Summer birthdays, you can definitely get away with that easier because they're not in school and whatever. Always a pinata. Okay. Love pinatas. I'm all in on pinatas. But I just think it's hilarious that like we've completely culturally appropriated this thing from like it's got to be Mexican culture, right? And it's like, oh, we're just stealing this, by the way. We're just taking this for us. Like
It's just the American way.
it is the American way, dude. It was like I was thinking to myself, like it's so American to be like, hey, by the way, yeah, that is good. We're gonna take it, and we're gonna give it to the white kids, and the Irish kids, and the Italian kids, black kids, whoever, and you're gonna say nothing about it because it's a good idea, by the way. Thank you very much.
Mexico just sitting there like Mexico just bought us around and they're sitting there with two beers like what the fuck?
They're lucky we still call it a pinata. That's how big of a dick America is. You know what I mean? It's like we're gonna call it like the party ball or something like that. You know what I mean? Pinatas are great, but it did crack me up. It's like, hey, you know what? Let's steal this shit. You know what's also pretty fucking racist in a way, but cracks me up that it's racist. Like, because I don't think people think about it, but I think about it. Is like Cinco de Mayo, right? Okay, Cinco de Mayo. There's certain groups of people that I feel like if like you bring up racism in black people, right? It's like whoa, like we're fucking like we do not want to touch this fucking third rail right now, right? Same thing like Asian people, whatever, right? But like for some reason, like there's certain groups like Louis C.K. used to do a great bit that the one group that nobody gives a fuck about is white trash people.
Right.
People are like, look at that white trash person. That guy sucks. And everybody's like, yeah, he fucking blows.
Right.
But like I feel like they do Cinco de Mayo around here. And it's like all these white people go out and wear like a big Mexican hat and drink a fucking margarita.
Totally
it's
socially
like,
acceptable.
It's like they're being a cartoon. Like look at me, I'm a fake Mexican person. And like everybody's like, oh, that's funny. That was a great time. I love Cinco. I don't know how many people are like always like, I'm not a Cinco de Mayo person. I love Mexican food, by the way. Mm-hmm. And like I actually said my buddy at one point was married to this girl who was Mexican. And I was like, does she fucking care that like half of our friends are on Facebook with like dumb hats on, like fake mustaches? Like it's ridiculous. Like that would be like if there was a day, I can't even explain it, but like I don't want to get in trouble on another fucking realm, but like you don't go for Chinese food on Chinese Day and fucking, you know what I mean? Like dress up like a Chinese person. Right. That would be like, you cancel you right now.
Yeah.
For some reason, this has not got touched. Like it's like, oh yeah, fucking dress up like a Mexican and nobody gives a
totally fine.
Yeah, it's good.
Meanwhile, poor Jose's like, this is my day.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, all these. Imagine if you worked at fucking a Mexican restaurant.
No.
And you're like, you're Mexican, and like all these white assholes are
you're
coming
at
in.
Margaritas. Yeah.
All these white people are coming in and being like, oh, it's fucking Cinco de Mayo. I love this day.
Yeah.
It's like,
well, let's be honest. That could be at any restaurant because everyone behind a restaurant right now is some sort of Hispanic.
We're true.
Thankfully.
And you know what's funny is like, I don't feel like, in a way, it's like, okay, compared to St. Patty's Day, I guess, right? Like, compared to St. Patty's Day, in a way, although you can't, because St. Patty's Day is the best day in the fucking world. St. Patty's is weird because it's like, I feel like anybody's going to use it as an excuse to party, right? It says like St. Patty's Day in Boston, that's standard.
Right.
I do feel like people who aren't Irish will kind of be like, fuck St. Patty's Day a little bit. Like they don't like they'll.
I've seen both sides of it.
Yeah,
I've
like,
seen both sides.
Some people jump in, they want to be in on it.
Yeah.
Some people like, oh, you're going on fucking St. Patty's Day, like
Right.
fucking you have corned beef.
Yeah.
Like I can see that. But like Irish people don't really give a fuck about anything. It just cracks me up that like nobody's stood up and been like, hey, by the way, maybe you shouldn't be wearing a fucking mustache,
and
a
listen-
fucking sombrero, and calling yourself Jose.
Listen, and it's just a matter of time before it's canceled.
100%. But
Yeah.
it cracks me up that it hasn't been canceled yet.
The last time I was, because like I don't celebrate Cinco de Mayo. If it's on a Saturday and like
I do nothing for it
zero,
because I'm not
zero.
because we're not racist.
Right. But the last time I happened to be out, I was still in work clothes, so it wasn't planned. I was at Coogan's, and there was a Bud Light rep there.
Yeah.
Handing out, and I know JJ, who listens to this fucking show, I have a picture of, dude, they were handing out sombreros.
It's insane.
Sombreros, dude.
It's insane. Now, I guess you could make the argument like it's not being negative. It's like you're handing out fucking like fucking leprechaun shirts or whatever. You
Right.
know what I mean? Like what's
Right.
the big deal? But like the Irish aren't exactly like a class of people that's like semi held down in the working class in this country. Like
Right.
like Mexican people are, more than the Irish people now. Irish people were like that when we first came over here.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
Now Mexican people are more in that spot than we are. You know what I mean? I just think it's hilarious. Like, I think it's like, it just cracks me up. Like, somebody's like, gets home from the country club and puts on like a fake mustache and a sombrero and is like, I love Cinco de Mayo.
It's totally acceptable.
It's like, I'm having beans and rice tonight. It's fucking awesome. Like, fuck these people. They also built my deck out back this weekend. You know what I mean? Jesus Christ. Anyway, so we'll be having a Cinco de Mayo party on May 5th for Pulling the Cork.
Yeah.
We'll be handing out sombreros.
It'll be at Mexico Lindo.
Yeah, it's gonna be Mexico Lindo. It's gonna be fucking epic.
It's a total joke, by the way.
I mean, that said, by the way, I will say this: I applaud anybody taking any excuse to have a good time.
Yeah.
And I really don't think that they like. I asked my buddy whose wife was Mexican. He's like, they don't give a fuck, dude. Like, they
Right.
don't care. So it's probably like we're like that with Irish people. Like we always use that thing where it's like. People are like, oh, like you could be like, oh, well, that's a stereotype that people use that Irish people are drunks and they're fucking, like whatever. That's kind of true. Like a lot of Irish people are drunks.
And a lot of us are, yeah.
We're probably sitting with two of them. Anyways, yeah. So I just thought that was.
I knew I had it.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Straight up sombrero, dude.
Sombrero.
JJ,
dude.
I'm showing the video picture of me and you, pal. They're just giving them out. It's Bud Light right on it.
That's an unbelievable sombrero. I wish I had that.
Fucking great.
Anyways, I just thought that was the whole pinatas thing just put me on a fucking absolute. It's like
No, but it's
this is what we do. We steal shit from everybody else.
That's the American way.
We're like, we're gonna use this for like one day a year, and then like everything else you can keep, whatever. We'll have some burritos too at Chipotle when you fucking have a chance. I will say, I went to Mexico for a wedding one time, and the guy that I was with, who was getting married, it was at like a resort place, but he like this guy used to work for him. He like had a guy who was kind of like using as like concierge type guy, like worked there. Was like he was like getting people weed and shit. And he was like, hey, he's like, I want you to go and get like the best fucking street tacos. Like, do you know like where to do that? The guy was obviously like, yeah, dickhead, I live here. Like,
Yeah.
it's probably his brother's place or something.
Right.
And he brought back like a fucking bag of fucking street tacos, and they were fucking bananas lights out. Now, doesn't hurt that I was shit faced out of my mind when I ate them.
Yeah, you would
But-
have ate the plastic wrap.
I would have ate the plastic wrapper. They were fucking absolutely fucking excellent.
Lights out.
They're absolutely excellent. Although it got really awkward because this kid goes, he's like a business, like he's like, I don't know, he's like an entrepreneurial type of person, but he's like very like believes his own bullshit.
Yeah.
And the guy was like, he thought the guy ripped him off, and he was like, we were all drunk, and he was like looking at the guy, we're in the lobby, and he's like, so you owe me like $40. The guy's like, no, whatever, and he's like, I don't think the guy was trying to rip him off, and then my buddy's like, you just ruined it for everybody here. Like, meaning, like, the people of, like, Mexico.
Right.
And I'm like, dude, can we just eat these tacos and you shut your fucking mouth right now?
Yeah,
Jesus,
if you don't
fucking,
mind.
before we get fucking murdered. Anyway, so I those were legit fucking lights on tacos. Now, as we said before, I will take Taco Bell all day.
I love Taco
Every
Bell.
fucking day.
I love Taco Bell. I hate when people are like, it's not real tacos. I'm like, I know what it is.
It's like saying McDonald's not a real burger or whatever.
KFC, dude. For a while, KFC couldn't call himself Kentucky Fried Chicken because it wasn't Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Why? Because it wasn't actually fried?
It wasn't from Kentucky. It wasn't fried. Like there was a lawsuit. I remember it like vividly.
Really?
That's why they remember like it used to say Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Yeah.
And then it's still to this day it's KFC, but now they can actually say again Kentucky Fried Chicken. For a while they couldn't.
Remember when they had the... first of all, the
But
biggest...
I knew that, and I still didn't care.
Yeah.
It's just like a Chinese restaurant. I don't want to know what's in the. I love it.
Dude, I don't give a fuck.
No.
Like I don't care how the how you fucking skin the goat. Like,
Yeah, I'm good
don't
with
tell me. It's fine. Like I remember I saw this thing like about I love gummy bears. That's like my weakness. And there was like a thing on
the
like,
Haribo ones,
yeah,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
fucking
Buddy.
gas, the best in the business.
buddy, unbelievable.
There was a thing that was like somebody's like watch this about gummy bears. It was like basically they use like whatever pigs collagen to make gummy bears. I'm like, I'm
Sign
gonna
me up.
fuck. I'm like, first of all I eat bacon. Why would I even give a fuck about that? Like,
Chew on it.
yeah, fucking great. I don't know what to tell you. Like,
They make it with collagen from
yeah, that's great.
still alive.
Big fraud restaurant, by the way. I think maybe I've even mentioned this. This is the point where we're getting. This is the 21st or 22nd episode. I think.
Yeah, 22nd.
22nd. We're getting to the point where I started to have to look back and be like, did I tell this story already or did I not tell the story? But anyways, Panera Bread's a fraud of a fucking place. They position themselves as semi-healthy. All their food sucks.
I love their fucking cheddar broccoli soup, bro.
Dude, are you like that big of a soup guy?
Love soup.
Ah,
Love soup.
You and my one of my best friends, Jimmy O'Malley, who lives in Ireland.
Love
this
soup.
kid's been eating cream of mushroom since we've been living together in
Oh,
Salty.
like the Campbell's one?
Oh yeah,
I'm in.
dude, he's the biggest soup guy you ever met in your life.
love soup.
I go every day we work together. I talk to him. He's in Ireland. I'm on the phone with him. I'm like, I can hear like spoon clinking. I go, what do you got? A cream of mushroom going? He's like, he'll be like, a little beef barley going right now. I'm like,
fucking
it's a
love- I
fucking
love-
soup city over
I
there.
love soup. Especially when you got a nice bread to dunk it in. Oh, yeah.
When they came up, I don't hold this against them. When somebody had the video from the back and it was like, oh, they boil a bag of frozen mac and cheese and that's their mac and cheese that everybody loves. I'm like, well, what do you think they were making from fucking scratch
They got
back
a
there?
fucking
Like
sous chef back
yeah,
there.
you think that kid who goes to Saugus Highs making the fucking recipe back there? Like fucking, what are you talking about, dude?
Yeah.
Dummies, you know what I mean?
It's a
Absolute
chain
fucking
restaurant.
idiots.
It's fucking morons.
We didn't talk. We talked about the subs, the fast food the other day. We did not talk about sub shops, fast food sub shops. I want to touch on that. I want to go back and touch on that real quick.
Let's do it.
Subway, please, somebody blow this establishment up.
Yeah.
Somebody put one in Wakefield like a few years ago. It was gone. It was
Yeah.
gone. They were there like a day and it was gone. Frauds. Worst fucking subs ever. I mean, now, if you're in a pinch in an airport, I'll eat a fucking Subway sub. I'm not above it.
I was at the food court I had to work at Children's Hospital 2 weeks ago, and didn't know that like I had to go to the food court there. I didn't know that like everyone was bringing their lunch. 9 o'clock in the morning, McDonald's packed, Dunkin' Donuts packed. I'm either looking at Charlie's cheesesteaks
Yeah.
or Subway. I'm like, all right. So I go to Subway. I get like the spicy Italian on like the hottie bread.
Yeah.
The bread's all right.
Yeah.
But like I got this lady and like again, I'm a traditionalist when it comes to an Italian sub, except for at Subway because I can look at everything and I'm
Yeah.
just like do everything.
It's actually one of the best bad Italians.
Right. Here's what drives me nuts with Subway. I'm like, yeah, can I get pickles? And she grabs like 2.
That's unconscionable.
I'm like, is it coming out of your fucking wallet?
I know.
I know you got more in the back. Can you get a handful?
The same thing we said about like the ketchups at the fucking
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, let's go.
Yeah.
You're making minimum wage.
Yeah, why do you give a fuck?
Yeah, let's go.
Load it up.
Load it up.
Load it up.
I'll tip you, Ja.
Yeah. But I agree with you. Subway, like if you're in a pinch, it's not a bad one. Jersey Mike's.
I haven't had it yet. I was just about to
It's
talk about it.
fine. It's okay. It's good. It's not bad. It's better than Subway.
So I have to shout out another fucking Brendan. And I was supposed to, he called me yesterday and I was fucking almost dead asleep. But Brendan Willett, South Shore kid, I have him on record saying that Jersey Mike's makes the best subs. And I was like, yeah, everything that's wrong with the South Shore.
America.
And I love this kid. He's in Local 12. He's a plumber. He's a
Yeah.
fucking sweetheart of a human. In 5 years, I couldn't get him to get a beer with me, though. Ever. Like, he just refused to have a beer.
Yeah.
If he doesn't drink, it's fine. But don't be a fucking fraud about it. All right. But I was like, dude, let's go across the street before the meeting or something. Like, oh no, I got to do this. I got to do that.
Yeah.
I love this kid to death. I don't know. I was supposed to call him a fraud last week and I didn't. But I remember that I have it on video. He was like, Jersey Mike's really fucking good. Huh? And he's this little fucking prick. He's maybe 100 pounds. I love him and he drives a fucking pickup truck the size of Gravedigger.
Of course he does.
Size of Gravedigger. Brendan, I love you, pal.
Their subs are good. They're good. They're way better than Subway. I mean, it's different level. But like, here's what they have going for them. Now I'm going to give you what they have going for them.
Yeah,
Because I picked it up on the way home from work. Because I usually drive back down Route 1.
sure.
They have an order ahead app.
Yeah.
So you can pick it up on the way home. It's just sitting there for you. This is the problem. Now, it's worth it. But like, we've talked about New Deal on this show a bunch of times.
Yeah.
Going to New Deal in Revere is like a little bit better probably than driving the 111 bus that you were talking about in
Oh,
Chelsea.
so bad.
It's intense. It's hard to get a sub.
Yeah.
Now, the product is worth it. It's unbelievable. But like, you know,
Yeah,
when you're
yeah,
like,
bread-
okay, I could
Their bread looks like it's legit. They
what,
look like
Jersey Mike's? Or New
Jersey
Deal?
Mike's.
It's good.
Yeah.
Jersey Mike's is a good sub. Like it's solid. I mean, it's not like you know, like I said, it's not New Deal. It's
It's
not
not a
like
mom
but
and
there's
pop.
only like 10 good, really Italian sub places. Like
You haven't been to the sub Nazi yet, right?
no, I haven't.
we're-
I haven't. We
we're-
gotta do that.
we're doing
We
the
gotta do
trip.
that.
You got to go for the experience. It's like fucking. It's like a tourist coming to Boston, not going to Fenway Park. You
I
have
know
to
you
go
mean.
to.
Yeah.
it's just-
I'm in. And by the way, I love to find a good Italian sub. Well documented. That
this.
I'm all in.
You know how much I love New Deal.
Yep. You like this better?
It's slightly better.
Okay.
The guy makes his own bread. He's
like
a
that.
miserable fuck, and it's cash only. I
Yeah,
love it.
I like that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Jersey Mike's is definitely like the best chain sub I've ever had in my life. Like 100%.
I might try it this week.
No questions asked.
It just sucks because it's like it's out of the way. I got to go up Route 1 and turn around, but whatever.
No, dude, that's why. I hear you. You know what? If you want, just one Sunday night, I'll get them before we fucking do the podcast,
Baby.
and then we'll fucking eat something. We'll fucking crush up.
then we'll
I think
sponsor
next
us.
week we might finally be having.
See Kim?
Yes,
Really?
Craig Kimberly might be on next week.
All right.
I mean, this guy's been hot. Like you're right. He's hotter to book than Michael Jordan. This
It's
guy.
unbelievable.
Like, I mean, I get it. He's got a big YouTube channel. Barbecue people.
Listen, if you don't like us, Craig, just tell us.
That's fine. I understand. He's coming from Gloucester, which is basically like might as well be coming from fucking.
Well, he's got a YouTube channel. Tell him to bring his private plane and he can park in your
That's
fucking
what I'm
driveway.
saying. He also said he wants to cook something and bring it. So, I mean, we're not going to turn that down any day of the fucking week.
Negative.
Ever. So hopefully that's going to happen next week. We're gonna, like I said, go on our page, look at the event page, find the event, and say you're fucking going to it. Because I know the names of a lot of people who listen to the show.
Yeah.
We need to see the support there. Okay.
Correct.
September 1st, these tickets go on sale. I swear to God, if we sell like 12 tickets on September 1st, I'm fucking shutting the show down. You all fuck off. How do you like that? Because I know there's hundreds of you.
The
that listen to
DJ
this
is already
fucking
booked. CJ the DJ already booked.
It's gonna be me and Danny.
Yeah.
Just fucking dressed up in
Battling.
80s costumes. Fucking battling, and you know what? And Sean from
Sean will-
Installation
Sean will be
Situation,
there,
he
top
says
rocking.
he says he can pop and lock.
He came right up to me and started pop walking. He absolutely can.
I fucking have no doubt. I might be retired.
I think I'm retired. Dude, you see my knee. You know what I mean?
You couldn't walk yesterday.
I know. And
How was today?
it's better today, but like, here's what drives me nuts. If anyone that's a doctor out here, general medicine or whatever, these insurance companies are fucking you left and right, right? Not me, not you, but me, because now I need to go to my primary care doctor, who I haven't seen in years. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna go to him. He's gonna touch my balls, and he's gonna be like, "Well, what's your reason to visit?" My left kneecap. He's gonna be like, "What? Really?" And I'm like, "Yeah." I got an X-ray. Long story short, my knee the past 3 days was the size of a fucking balloon. Don't know why. Got an X-ray. X-ray came back negative. I need an MRI. The pain is equivalent to a toothache, but the size of a kneecap. It is fucking. It's not bad right now. Thankfully, the last time this happened in May, I got a prescription of naproxen.
Yeah.
That works when I have to use it, right? I didn't take it today. I don't even think it's addictive. I'm talking about it like it's
Roxon's like a leave.
I'm talking like it's a fucking Percocet.
No,
You know what I
but
mean?
they give you like a way higher
Yeah.
dose.
So
yeah.
I think I have the highest one, which I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah, you're not getting high off fucking.
No.
You're not gonna. Nobody's crushing up the Proxen.
What's up, dude?
storing
I
it in the
got
bathroom.
some fucking naproxen. Yeah, but I got a. So that's what they gave me the last time, And I was like, they're like, what do you want? That's what drove me fucking bananas. The physical therapist comes in, moves my kneecap around like it was a fucking hula hoop,
Yeah.
right? Just moving it. Clearly, you're not supposed to do that.
Yeah.
She's like, well, what do you want, Motrin? I go, I don't want drugs.
Yeah. I just want you to
I
tell
want
me
you to
what
fix
do.
my fucking knee.
Yeah.
So I left with nothing, with the exception of rest and fucking ice it elevated.
Yep.
And it felt a little bit better today. I'm not limping as much, but I'm not running a 40-yard dash either.
Yeah, you got to go to your primary care. It is the most, like I told you that time.
It's a scam, dude.
The belt too tight story.
Yeah.
By the way, I we're gonna get this. We'll talk about this afterwards, but we're gonna get this new thing that we can do the podcast on, and then we can take phone calls. So we can take some phone calls from
Oh,
the
it'd be
guys.
fucking great.
And I'm thinking like maybe I'm gonna call in as my as my Indian doctor, who's fucking unbelievable. He's gonna be like a third member of the show. Maybe your belt too tight. But when I went in and I went to the ER for that, they were like, it's probably stress, and they're like, gave me like Motrin. I'm like, so I just did like and I had no insurance. I'm like, oh, this costs $750.
Yeah.
I'm like, for you to tell me to fuck myself, basically,
Yeah,
like,
I just, she goes, well, first thing's an x-ray. And I go, that's great. I go, but it's not my bones. Like, I need an MRI. It's aggravating. It's aggravating when you go there out of your way. And granted, it was the most in and out process I've ever had in a hospital.
Yeah.
Ever. And I left there with nothing but a piece of paper saying to ice it and elevate it. It's just fucking like,
By the way, do you see real quick that story that I posted on our Instagram tonight of Fred Astaire dropping those fucking moves?
oh my God.
Dude,
Stud.
looks like your grandfather and just starts dropping hammers
Yeah,
on
he-
people.
He was like the white James Brown.
Oh my God,
Yeah,
dude. I was like,
that was incredible.
I got in an immediate good mood when I saw
Yeah.
that. I'm like, this is some fucking shit right here.
We are also less than 2 weeks away from Notre Dame football on a Saturday.
We are. I think
Did you watch the Manti Te'o documentary?
I've not watched it yet because I want to watch it. I want my son to watch it with me.
You're gonna throw bottles.
Yeah,
That's how it's only 2 episodes.
yeah,
But you're gonna throw bottles. The way that this kid got fucking ripped through the media,
yeah,
I'm not giving anything away.
yeah.
You're gonna start throwing shit.
Yeah.
People,
I can't wait to
people
watch
should
it.
be in jail.
Yeah.
Shout out to Manti Te'o. I've always had your back, pal. I know he listens too.
By the way, people were pissed about Brady. He was like because he's been on like, was he the Masked Singer or something like that? I think that's what he's been doing.
Yeah.
I mean, and listen, I'm on record. Tom Brady's a fucking psychopath. I don't want to hang out with him. I know you do. He's a weirdo. He's not somebody that
Strange
would
bird.
probably want to do the things I want to do.
Right.
That said, Tom Brady shows up when Tom Brady shows up. He's gonna be fine. What
Right.
do we wait? Oh, he's gonna get reps in. It reminded me of the Allen Iverson. It's like talk about practice.
Practice, yeah.
Like Tom Brady's
fucking-
fucking tell you what to do.
Right,
And it's gonna be fine. All right.
I think one of the best things
He's probably going to the Super Bowl.
it gets overlooked way too often. Obviously, Brady got fucked up when they won the Super Bowl for the Tampa. You ever seen him chug a beer?
No.
When he was on a late night show. I forget what it was. It was either O'Brien, wasn't Leno because Leno was retired by it. It was a late night guy. We'll look it up after this. He could slam a beer, dude.
Really?
It was awesome.
Wow.
So he was like, "Yeah, I haven't really drank since Michigan." Whack, and just fucking gone. It was pretty impressive. And then people, of course, the fucking peanut gallery, like, "Well, how do you know it was beer?" Shut up.
Yeah. What do you? Yeah. Well, even if it was apple juice, that'd be hard to do.
Yeah, you're still gonna burp afterwards.
Yeah,
he was
exactly.
like, "Damn." So,
Yeah.
anyways, here's
Oh, he got wicked fucked up on that.
Oh, it was awesome.
Remember that? He
Yeah.
was like just fucking wrecked out of his
Crushing
fucking
it.
mind. Like, I mean, dude, if you barely have a drink and all
Yeah.
you eat is like fucking
For
carrots.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. For 17 or 18 years, he's just 20 years he was with the
Yeah.
Pats. 20 years he's with the Pats. Fucking couldn't have any type of fun
No.
because Belichick is just a no fun police. But I get it. That's
Yeah.
my guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, let loose, pal.
Yeah.
Go
Yeah.
down to Tampa and fucking win it.
All right. Well, we'll be back next week.
Yes, sir.
This was
Hopefully with C. Kim.
hopefully with Craig Kimberly at some point he'll be on the show.
We got a couple guests lined up because we got to figure out a day with our,
Yeah, we
our
got-
jail episode, which is going to be
Yep.
fucking funny.
What we're gonna have to do is not probably right now, but like maybe sometime this week we'll get together and we gotta lay out like a plan for all the shit.
Yeah.
Because we got a bunch of off AR shit to talk about. What people don't realize is this is exactly how the show goes down every night. Danny shows up, we crack a drink,
Yep.
we start the show,
Yep.
then we end the show,
Yep.
then we have like 2 more drinks, we watch like some Justin Timberlake videos, some Chris Stapleton videos,
Sure do.
Tyler Childers,
Yep.
and then you go home, get up for work, and I
Yep.
go and do my thing too.
Right.
So, not a lot of fat on the bone. Let's put it that way.
Right.
So, but anyways, we got a lot of cool stuff coming up. We are gonna have more guests and stuff. By the way, numbers doing great. People are sharing the show.
Yeah, man.
Writing fucking reviews. We've been getting more listeners every week. So keep sharing it. We have done like no promotion other than like what we do on Facebook. So
Right.
which is nothing. So
Stickers are all over the place. Which
stickers
is cool.
all over the place. If you, by the way, also like for real, if you have ideas for the show or questions, by the way, my buddy Buggy texted. He asked me, "Where do I send questions for pulling the cork?" I'm like, "You could text it to me right now." It's like, then he texts because we just booked a trip to Vegas for the NCAA tournament. So I'm going with him, and he's like, "Where's the best sports book?" I'm like, "You're asking me, but you want me to ask the crowd?" I don't know. Buggy has to explain this to me. But anyways, pullingthecork1@gmail.com. You can ask, like, if you have show ideas, anything, and we use it, like we'll send you a shirt, stickers, everything. You get stickers for anything. Give us ideas because we we need some fresh shit, and it's gonna be.
I can't wait till we get the phone call thing in. That's gonna be fucking awesome.
Yeah. And by the way, and for everybody at home, this sponsor money that we're getting, that's where we're spending it. We're spending it so we can give you better fucking content.
Yeah, we're not getting tattoos with this money yet.
Yeah. yeah, exactly. We're not getting we're not going to fucking Golden Banana with this money, you know what I mean? Or Monkey Joe's. All right, we'll be back next week. It was real, as always.
Thank you for the birthday shout outs, everybody. Love you all.
35. Let's go.